University, Meghalaya. Respected sir has joined. Good morning, sir, and you're most welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Priyanka, over to you. Very good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandals, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law, Dhule, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to all the respected dignitaries, speakers, faculty members, students, advocates, researchers, and participants joining us today. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to this national webinar on AI and the future of legal profession, organized on the auspicious occasion of the Golden Jubilee year of our esteemed institution. We are delighted to have such an enthusiastic gathering with us today. Let us begin today's program by formally welcoming everyone present. To mark the formal beginning of this webinar, I now invite our respected coordinator, Dr. J.S. Mekarkar sir, who is the Associate Professor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law, Dhule, to deliver the welcome address and introduce the theme and objectives of today's program. Sir, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you. Respected Chief Guest, Inaugurator, and Keynote Speaker, Professor Dr. Indrajit Dubey, Honorable Vice Chancellor, National Law University, Meghalaya. Respected Chairperson of this inaugural session, Honorable Dada Saheb Mahendraji Nile, Chairman, West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Dhule. The respected resource person of second technical session, Dr. Saurabh Ubale sir. Respected Principal, NTVS Law College, Nandurbar, N.D. Chaudhary sir. Respected Principal of our college, Dr. Bahiram sir. Estimated faculty members, legal professionals, researcher, advocates, student, and all dignitaries participating join us from different parts of the country. Good morning to one and all. On behalf of West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandals, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law, Dhule, I feel highly privileged and delighted to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to everyone present for this national webinar on AI and the future of legal profession, organized on the auspicious occasion of the Golden Jubilee year of our institution. Today's webinar holds great academic and professional significance as the legal profession is presently witnessing a major transformation due to rapid advancement in artificial intelligence and the digital technology. The traditional practice of law is gradually integrating with AI-driven tools, and as a legal research platform, periodics analysis, contract automation, and virtual court system. This change or changing scenario make it essential for every legal professional, academician, and student to understand and adopt this engineering of development. We are extremely honored to have us chief guest, inaugurator, and keynote speaker, Dr. Professor Indrajit Dubey sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Meghalaya. Sir is distinguished academician, administrator, and legal scholar whose guidance and vision have significantly contributed to the legal education in India. We are confident that his keynote address will provide deep instinct and meaningful directions on the future of legal profession in the age of artificial intelligence. We are also deeply grateful to our respected chairman, Dada Saheb Mahendraji Neele, chairman of West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Dhule, for gratuitously consenting to chair the inaugural session. His continued encouragement, leadership, and support having always been source of inspiration for our institution. This national webinar aims to provide common platform for the researchers, students, and academic or faculty members. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the management, to our principal, and all the dignitaries who are present over here. And once again, I welcome all the dignitaries and participants and wish this webinar great success. I just want to inform that though our institution is celebrating Golden Jubilee year, and I am also celebrating the Silver Jubilee year, connecting with Dr. Dubey sir, because we know each other from last 25 years. So once again, I welcome you, sir. Thank you. Over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you very much, sir, for those insightful words and for beautifully setting the tone for today's webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored today to have with us distinguished personalities from the field of legal education and administration. I now invite Dr. Sajida Sheikh Ma'am, who is the professor of our college, to introduce our chief guest and key speaker, Professor Indrajit Dubey sir, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of National Law University. Ma'am.
You are not audible, Sajida. You are not audible.
Sheikh ma'am, you are not audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
A very good morning to all. It is indeed a pleasure to introduce my own brother. Good morning, Honorable Chairman Sir, Honorable Dubey Sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Professor Bali Sir, Honorable Principal N.D. Chaudhary Sir, Honorable Bairam Sir, Associate Dean of Humanities, KBC North Maharashtra University, Honorable Reddy Sir, all the dignitaries, dear students and friends. I am proud and happy to introduce the keynote speaker of the national webinar, who is a scholar, a gold medalist, and an academic leader. Currently, he is serving as a Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Meghalaya. He is a professor on Lean at the Rajiv Gandhi School of Intellectual Property Laws, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. His expertise span across corporate law, governance, corporate environmental regulations, artificial intelligence, data governance, and competition law. With a prolific academic career, Professor Dubey has authored several influential research papers published in leading national and international journals and contributed to books housed in the world's most prestigious libraries. He has also been an editorial board member for review journals of corporate law and governance, Professor Dubey has been invited by law schools, professional bodies, business associations, and governmental committees in India and abroad to deliver keynote speeches, conduct specialized trainings, and participated in expert discussion. His involvement in national and international research collaborations reflects his dedication to advancing legal education and policies. He's been invited and appointed by the government to the committees like European Corporate Governance Institute in Belgium, Corporate Law Teachers Association Australia, and INSOL International UK. He is a founding faculty member of National Law University Jodhpur and Rajiv Gandhi School of Intellectual Property Law, IIT Kharagpur. Professor Dubey has played role in shaping legal education in India, and I feel very proud to know him since so many years. Under his leadership, the National Law University Meghalaya is shaping as a futurist, interdisciplinary, research-driven and technology-integrated law university. His academic philosophy underscores the organic evolution of law in response to societal and technological advancement, ensuring future-ready legal profession. With an extensive teaching, research, and academical experience, Professor Indrajit Dubey remains dedicated to fostering innovative legal education, high impact on research and transformation scholarship in India and beyond. I welcome you, sir, today. আমি আপনাকে শুভ করেছে আমি আপনাকে বিশেষ আমি আপনাকে আমার ভাইকে আপনার শুভ কল্যাণ কামনা করেছে ওয়েলকাম টু ইউ দাদা and I feel very proud to introduce you to my own institution where I have grown up, and here I am serving in the golden jubilee year of the institution. Thank you to the organizers giving me an opportunity to introduce you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful introduction. I now request Dr. S.D. Shegaonkar, sir, who is the Associate Professor of our college, to introduce our respected chairperson, Shri Dada Sahib Mahendraji Nile, sir, who is the chairman of West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Dhule. Sir.
Good morning, everyone. It is our distinct honor to welcome and introduce Honorable Sri Mahendraji as a chairman of today's national webinar on AI and future of legal profession. He is a visionary leader. He leads West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal for last 40 years. He has grown this college with his smart skills. This institute is well known for helping poor and downtrodden students. He is a well-known, reputed person, not only in Khandesh region, but throughout the state of Maharashtra. He follows his father, Advocate Rao Sahib Ashokji Nile's legacy. Shri Mahendraji Nile is a social worker and a key leader in Republican Party of India. He is the most appropriate person to be a chairperson of this national webinar because he is well aware about the legal profession and artificial intelligence. So we welcome you, respected Dada Sahib Mahendraji Nile. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural session will be incomplete without hearing from our distinguished chief guest. I now have the honor to invite Professor Indrajit Dubey, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, National Law University, to deliver the keynote address on the topic AI and the future of legal profession. Sir, we are eager to hear your valuable insights. Kindly take over, sir.
To invite me and sharing the platform. Mahendraji Nile Sahab, Professor N.D. Chaudhary, Professor Sanju Sheikh, my sister, my classmate, my good friend. We cherish the memory of our days together in Pune University. Dr. Mehekarkar, Dr. Saugarkar ji, other dignitaries, dear faculty member, students, professionals, and Honorable Dean Sir who is present today in this particular occasion. It is a great to know that university is celebrating the Golden Jubilee, college is celebrating the Golden Jubilee uh, year, uh, and it has really come up to this particular stature in the country uh, in the legal education. I myself feel fortunate that I've been educated in Maharashtra, and Maharashtra always been a pioneer in legal education. And I believe many one of you are who is here today. We are coming from the same department, and all of us is doing, or rather leading the front from our own profession and own places. Friends, I should also appreciate the fact that you have chosen a topic which is very, very contemporary. And I believe we are in the era of disruption where possibly we don't have a very little understanding that how we are going to handle the exponential change which we are in. Until now, possibly whatever the technology has come, it has made an impact over the decades in the life as well as societal process. But this technology is something different. Until now, technology emerged as a competent tool to create ease to the life. But here we are getting the technology which has a brain. It not only is the life, but some of us are afraid that it might take over even the human civilization. As an anecdote, I believe you must have seen in couple of days before, which was viral in the social media, that there is a bot called Molbot has created the social media network, and they started discussing that what is the necessity of the human in the future. So some of the people are flagged and they said that, well, is it that human civilization are endangered? Well, there is a lot of thought process as well as the suspicion, or for that matter, confusion that how we are going to position ourselves in this era of disruption, because technology is really progressing very fast. And those of you who are track the progression of the technology or use the technology in your daily life, you might have seen that every 7 days there is a new technology been introduced, and they are getting smart to smarter. And possibly that is affecting the aspects of the life. Now, today we are focusing more on how the legal profession will be in this particular technology era. Obviously, the single sentence I can say that it is the disruption is already started, not we are waiting for the disruption. There might be a fear that it will take the job. There might be a fear that many of the aspects of the legal profession will be automated. There is a fear that where the young lawyers will position themselves. Now, friend, I believe as we stand today, there is nothing to fear. Because whenever there is a technological revolution, this fear was, very apparent. People has overcome that. And I believe this particular technology is going to give more efficiency than to create a negative impact over the society. There might be an issue that some of the aspect of legal practices has been automated, like contract management, like compliances, like due diligence, like research in law, which was one of the big chunk of legal practice, or for that matter, there might be some kind of other aspect which might be impacted by introducing the automation in arbitration process, a small arbitration process or more small dispute resolution. But I believe still the human reasoning is very important in case of winning the cases. At the same time, even the legislative drafting as well as the legal research too. So there is nothing much to worry about this particular thing. Only thing which we need to understand that how we are going to develop this exponential technology or allow this exponential technology to develop into a controlled environment. Some people say that, well, this technology is developing themselves. Answer is yes, because the agentic AI, which is now a reality, is basically writing the code by their own, and there might be a black box effect tomorrow. But there is nothing to worry for that particular thing, because I believe at the end of the day, the agentic code need to follow a pattern, and that particular pattern is established by the humans. So friend, I will talk more in my next session when I'm speaking about the future of AI and future legal profession. And I will elaborate more in that particular session of my thoughts. Thank you once again for organizing this particular memorable webinar, national webinar. It is really very timely, and also I was quite amazed to see the way the topics has been crafted. Because I nowadays I was joking with my wife. I was actually a professor of corporate law and corporate governance, but nowadays people are not calling me to speak on that. Rather, people are only inviting me to speak on AI. So I keep on speaking in a different platform all across the country and internationally. But I have not seen that so precision in selecting the topics which you have done in this particular national webinar. So it gives really understanding that how much you are passionate about this entire process, as well as depth of understanding which you are having into this particular domain of knowledge. So I wish all the best, and it is really a great opportunity for me to meeting with all my senior, junior classmate, everybody, and it's really a wonderful feeling beyond any expression of a professional gratitude. Thank you so much for giving this particular platform. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an enlightening and thought-provoking address. Your insights have truly broadened our understanding of AI's role in the legal profession. I now request our respected chairperson, Shri Dadasaheb Mahendraji Nye, chairman of Vesh Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Dhule, to kindly share his remarks and guidance with us. Sir.
I think some technical issues are there. So till Dada Sahib will join.
Yes, sir, is there.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir is ready. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Dr.
sir,
Mehkar,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Wait.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
You are audible.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Audible. Go ahead, sir.
Honorable chief guest of today's program, Mr. Dubey sir, and all the principal of Ambedkar Law College, and Mr. Mehekarkar sir, and other participants, along with all the staff and all the persons on this event. We are entering in this Golden Jubilee year of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law. For this program, the chief guest, Mr. Dubey sir, is there, and I thank him for joining our webinar for the purpose of AI tools used in legal or law section. First of all, I must want to say about the AI is that AI is everywhere in the world, along with India. And AI is used for the convenience of our people. And AI is used used for minimizing the time and accurate programming of each and every draft. In law, every lawyer is aware of this work. There are many tools available. Startups have started offering AI tools for legal purposes and for other purposes also. First of all, there are a few AI tools which can be used by graduates of law and new lawyers along with senior lawyers also. First of all, I want to tell you all that instead of any assistant or secretary, the AI is operated for that purpose. And the purpose of using secretary or steno is to make a draft for the case which any advocate want to prepare a draft for his case, for his client. And the draft is prepared in previous days. Nowadays also, there are many books for references, and we use all these books for preparation of the draft. Many hours are spent, around about 6-7 hours per day, 10 hours also per day are utilized for making draft, for preparing. But nowadays, because of these AI tools, you can prepare a draft within a short time with accuracy and significantly without any error. So that helps every advocate or any graduate to prepare a draft and go along with that. So every person of the law graduate, whether he's a law graduate or a lawyer, he should use this for his practices to earn income. He gets more time nowadays than the previous days, because manual system was there. There were many advocates. There are also some advocates there in India who use shorthand typing. The client speaks his way, and the shorthand writer make a point, make some draft from his in his office. But AI tools make you the work so easy that you don't have any botheration of making draft without any disturbance or without any difficulty. So there are many students who use mobiles and laptops or tablets nowadays. I urge you to use a smartphone along with tablet if possible. These are costly items, and for AI tools, without this internet and mobile, you cannot stand there to use these AI tools platforms. There are many platforms, just like Case Text. You can write down some names. I will explain about that. Case Text, one of them, which is a legal research platform. Ross Intelligence, second number. Ross Intelligence, legal question answering tool AI, and Legal Check, news and updates for the are available on this platform, and Ravel Law analytics, and for visualization, this Ravel Law is there. Everlaw is also there. It is a fifth legislation platform. So there are very useful things available on this platform. There are many ones, but these are very important. If you consider fresh graduates or new lawyers who are going to have going to start his legal practice in courts, first number case text is there for legal research platform. This is AI powered platform for research and accurate case law searches. It uses AI technology to analyze documents and provide case analysis. It helps to prepare cases with the high accuracy and efficiency, particularly valuable for law students and new advocates. ROS Intelligence is second one, which is a legal question answering platform. This AI tool answers all legal questions and assists with legal search. Useful for research paper who are doing their PhD, and it will 100% help them for research purpose. It helps gather data for lectures and speeches also. If you want to make a lecture or speeches somewhere, wherever you want to use it, you can use ROS Intelligence AI tool platform. AI tool means it's a platform. I will consider it as a single one in a ROS Intelligence platform. Legal Check is also a new AI tool which contains extensive database. It's a reach of database of legal news and studies. Every student or new fresh lawyer should use it for its purposes. It keeps users updated and legal developments legal developments. Helps differentiate study approach from others. And the fourth one is Ravel Law analysis and visualization. This provides visualization and analytics capabilities. It analyzes legal documents, it assists with legal research, and it explains legal principles clearly. It is helpful for understanding complex legal concepts. And the last one, fifth one, is Everlaw litigation platform. It is AI powered litigation platform for managing legal documents. It helps organize and manage notes very properly in neat and very in good style. It helps organize your whatever you notes you have taken. It is useful for exam preparations also, especially law graduates who are going for examination. It is useful for exam preparation. So I will recommend this Everlaw for students, last year's students, final year students. And it streamlines documents management. It is very useful for all type of lawyers and graduates also. So these are some these platforms are available on free of cost, or some are available with some fee. I don't know whether they are costlier or not, but these are used in nowadays. And so taking this benefit of these AI tools, you can get updated your knowledge and provide this for the legal system to cope up with this vast of cases to save the time of legal system as well as your time. So explore this case text for law research and ROSS intelligence for legal question answering, legal check to stay updated on legal news, and evaluate Ravel law for documents analysis and needs. Consider Everlaw for document and note management purpose. I hope that this webinar will be useful for all these legal students who are taking legal education and who are going to be a lawyer in the next few years. So I hope that this webinar, because of this, Mr. Dubey, I am available for this. I was not able to attend this webinar in time, so I'm sorry for that. But for attending our webinar, I thank Mr. Dubey sir to join our webinar in our Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law and guiding our student for in this 15th Golden Jubilee year of our college, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law. So I thank you for inviting me as a presidential speech for this program. And I stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your motivating and encouraging words. To formally conclude the inaugural session, I invite Assistant Professor Akash Ney sir to propose the vote of thanks. Sir.
Yes. Thank you, Priyanka. Respected chairperson of the program, Dadasaheb Mahendraji Nile. Respected Vice Chancellor Indrajit Dubey sir. Respected dignitaries, colleagues, and dear students and participants. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dubey sir for setting a tone. So now we know what we expect in the technical session 1. So thank you for setting the tone of this program and for being the chief guest and for inaugurating this particular session. Thank you, sir. Thereafter, I would like to thank, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dadasaheb Mahendraji Nile sir, who has always been an inspiration. And as a matter of fact, I may say that he is more excited about this program than we are. I mean, he is very techno-savvy. So thank you for inspiring and constantly pushing us ahead. Thank you, sir. Thereafter, respected Principal Sir, Dr. V.Y. Bahiram sir. He has been a constant backbone. He might not be present as of in front, but he's always there pushing us, encouraging us, solving most of our problems. So thank you, sir, for your help and constant support. Thereafter, I thank the coordinator, Dr. G.S. Mekarkar sir. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to S.J. Sheikh ma'am and Shegaukar sir. Thank you so much. And just before parting away, I just want participants not to leave this meeting. We'll immediately begin this second session, that is the technical session 1, in 2 minutes. So please be there. Do not leave the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We now proceed towards technical session 1. It is my privilege to once again warmly welcome our key speaker, Professor Indrajit Dubey sir, and our chairperson, Professor Dr. Vijay Bahiram sir, who is the principal of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law. I now invite Professor Indrajit Dubey sir to deliver session first on the topic AI-powered lawyers, tools, ethics, and future practice. Sir, please continue.
Thank you so much once again to sharing the platform. Good morning, everybody. Chairman Sahab, Vijay Bhairab ji, Honorable Principal of the college, distinguished guests who are present today in this particular online webinar. professionals from the practice, distinguished advocates, judges, my dear student, and the faculty colleagues. Well, I was trying to setting the tone what I'm going to speak in the last session, and possibly this is an opportunity to elaborate whatever indication I have made in my last talk itself. So I got a call from Professor S.J. Sek. I called her Sanju. So Sanju told Dada, you have to speak on AI. So then I was waiting that what aspect of the AI, because AI is a huge, huge domain, to talk about. And it is exponentially developing. For that matter, if you keep your eye for 2-3 days, what is happening all across the world, after 3-4 days, you will start grappling that, within that particular time, so many things has happened. So I thought to structure my talks into a couple of points. First of all, I thought that I will talk with you about the structure of the AI. And then I will talk about the types of the AI, because many of the time this sense of fear is coming because of unknown domain, that we don't know much about this particular animal, and that's the reason the fear is grappling in our mind many of the time. So that is important to talk about these two issues first, and then I will move to what are the job it is going to impact and how it is impact. And once I complete that, I will go back to the education, how the legal education has to say. And my attempt was in NLU Meghalaya, we are going to shape the legal education as it is required for the future. Because I believe when many of you are student here now and going to come in the profession, the situation will be totally different. So many teaching which we do is need to be relook and modify, upgrade, and you should be quite inefficient over the handling of the technology into the legal profession. The debate is persistent. Other day I was talking with some of the honorable judges, including my chancellor. And it's not here only in the country, even the same is in all across the world. I am also a part of some of the international group, and some of my colleagues were sharing the feeling is the same even in US, where many of them, they feel that, well, AI is something like any other technology which has been, taking its shape, and there is nothing to worry. I'm not asking you to worry, but I'm asking you to getting prepared that this disruption is really an impactful disruption, and it will make us to work differently than until now, the way we used to work or the way we used to carry forward our professions. Mahendraji was giving his experience. He has named some of the software also, and some of your speaker told that he's very tech savvy. And that's a good sign. If a senior person is tech savvy, it actually percolate down to all the people who are practicing with him or who is supporting around and get the encouragement. And that was, need today the most, because you should not block yourself that, well, I don't require to learn, and the AI is going to will not make any difference in our life. In other, you should have an open mind. You should be open to the challenges and also try to master it over so that you can use it effectively. And one thing I like, which he has told, that it actually reduced the work time, which you are doing in 7 hours. Maybe it might be a couple of minutes, you can complete that particular work itself. And he also talked about the achieving the accuracy, which is a human tree. That's also very, very good point he has mentioned in his speech itself. Now, friend, let me try to give you understanding how this particular AI is actually work. What is the AI infrastructure? And where we are concerned more, and possibly this is also important to know, because many of us talking about putting the regulation on the AI. India has come up with the DPDP. GDPR is brought by the Europe. Similarly, a number of countries has bringing the different model of the AI regulation. And I think that, sometimes we put the cart before the horse, and instead of trying to regulating the AI now, possibly we should understand the AI, and we should try to allow the technology to grow instead of curbing that particular technology. And that's the reason the understanding the AI is very, very important. See, in case of the AI, the top layer is application layer. And I believe Mahendraji has talked about number of technology like KFX, cross intelligence, Rebel Law, Everlaw, Ross intelligence. These are basically the application layer. Okay. And application layer, there is a number of expertise is coming every day. Someone of us talking about the agent, AI as an agent, using the AI as an agent. That means AI is acting as your secretary. So 6 months before, we were all talking about the AI agent. Now we are talking about agentic AI. Agentic AI is a more of application layer. So below that application layer, the next important thing is the model, language model. Now, what kind of language model you are using? I believe those who are keep on tracking this particular language model, you might have seen that this language model has a different combination, like, which we called about neural network design itself. And based on that, this particular model responds. So sometimes you might have seen the reels where they said that ChatGPT is good in doing X, Gemini is good in doing Y, then they said Claude is doing good in Z, because this particular model has been designed in a different way. This model also have a different number of parameters on which you have been trained those particular model. So as it will be intense, the outcome will be different from each other. Again, some of you has a fear that all the models are generally run into the cloud. Not necessarily. Like I run large number of model, like 4 to 5 model in my computer itself from where I'm speaking. So these are known as the local models. And this particular local model is sometimes even efficient, rather more efficient than the model which are running on the cloud. And maybe they are in a very less billion parameter. Like, I don't know how many of you are aware of this fact. India has a India AI portal from where you can bring, download the model, you can train the model. At the same time, there is a large number of models are across the world. And somebody was telling me that almost, if you look into the world today, there is around 2,000 plus model, which are called a foundation model, which can be trained to make it efficient in different aspects. Now, once we talk about the model, then the next one is the hardware. And you might have seen that there is a war. between the number of countries that who is going to have control over this particular hardware. NVIDIA, should the NVIDIA will give the chip to some other country or they will be staying into the US. And also today you will find people are talking about the Google chip, that is, I believe, TVR, is a better than NVIDIA chip. Yesterday, I was looking into news wherein they said Kaveri chip, which has been brought by India, is a better chip than even in different parameter than many of the advanced chip in internationally. So friend, this infrastructure also very important, because if the infrastructure is better, your model will function better, right? It will give a support better to this model. Fourth layer, which is important, is the energy layer. That means, how you are giving this support to the energy so that these particular models can work better. Because if there is an energy crunch, there is a breakdown in energy, then there is a possibility that, the model doesn't work better, or it might not, function the way it should function. And for that matter, again, the last layer possibly, it is also part of the infrastructure, might be the connectivity, where you are connecting your pipe throughout the globe. So friend, these are all very important, in two from the two aspects. First aspect is that how the AI will perform. And today we are basically talking about the performance. And this is also important, that how you are going to control the AI through the regulation into the different stages of this particular thing. Now, before I jump to my, created presentation, the presentation which I wanted to make before you, let me talk something about the type of the AI. Now, I believe you might have been puzzled by number of terminology which is going around. So the first one, which was started with a general AI, that means you create a model and then you start training that particular model itself on any data which is available to you. And initial stage, the understanding was not very clear that how to clean the data so that that particular data doesn't affect the model outcome. And later, there is a number of model, which we found is started coming in, like which I was talking about, that I run number of model in my computer. Those are the narrow AI, basically for a very specific purposes. Like Mahendraji was talking about the case analysis or the research. I have a model which I've trained specifically for analyzing the cases. So what happened in that case? The hallucination, which is very common in case of the large language model, is reduced to a large extent because it doesn't look anything else but what the document which you fit to them. So you get a narrow AI. Then we talk about the generative AI. That means the model which can themselves analyze the thing and then come out with this particular solution. So we talk about the generative AI. And again, please do remember, this particular model can be supervised, semi-supervised, or unsupervised model. So I'm not going much into this particular detail, but you have to have some understanding about this. Otherwise, it will be a hallucination for you whenever you are talking about the AI also. And ultimately, which is the last 1.5 years development, and people are very excited, is the AI as an agent. Like many of the time nowadays, I don't search the cases by my own. Rather, I generally define an agent, and that agent basically, search the cases for me. And this is not only for searching the cases, even for the searching of the article also, I define this particular thing. So my researcher, who is supposed to do the work yesterday, that is done by my agent, then I do by myself, and it's quite efficient. Time consumption is much less. And many of the time, even I ask them that, can you please tell me that what are the key theme of all these 100 paper which has been staggered by you for my research. So it's very helpful. So that is an agent. Now, next stage which has come is called agentic AI. So in case of the agent, it was one task at a time it could perform. But when we are talking about the agentic AI, it basically can perform even the 50 tasks which you were given to it, and it can perform in different manner. I mean, people are talking about the agent swarm, and I believe you might have heard this particular word, and it has been introduced by one of the Chinese company, almost a month before, and which was creating a lot of impression into the social media. It was a Claude bot or Mod bot, which was created now. And people are telling that, well, they are now defining their agentic AI to do large number of things. Like, if you can decide that, well, I do 10 works in a day and that require a different input, you can define agent for each work. So, friend, what I want to tell you that this is a quite exponential and is coming in a rapid pace. And many of the time it is difficult even to understand or handle that what kind of developments are happening nowadays. Having said all this particular thing, let me come out in a very structured presentation what I have created for these talks today. And I am mindful about the time, and I will zip through this particular presentation so it doesn't take much of a time of yours into this particular thing. I believe you could see my presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is clearly
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Thank you. So let me take you through my presentation. It was basically artificial intelligence and automation in legal profession. And I believe I tried to imagine some of the picture which might be in your office. It will change the way law office used to look. It is more tidy, nothing more is there, only you'll find number of skins are visible either in your screen or maybe into the VR handset or maybe in a visible skin itself. So the AI will revolutionize the law practices. There is a number of argument of different people that it is going to kill the profession. Some people are scared that it is going to hallucinate and give the wrong information. So I believe it is not so. It is not that every places the AI will take out all the jobs, but there is some key area which are important, like document review, contract analysis, e-discovery, legal research, and aspect of judicial, even an aspect of the judicial decision making might be affected by this particular process. So my position is it is not going to eliminate, but it is going to transform. And, alignment over replacement and hybrid intelligence model. So what I believe that AI is going to increase your mental capacity or the mind then which is otherwise not available to you, because human mind can process the data at a time much lesser than what AI can do. But what human has is a wisdom and sense of equity and good conscience or the justice or adaptive intelligence, which AI might not able to provide you in the stage of his development. So what are the legal work will be mostly affected by this AI? So it will be the document review, e-discovery, legal translations, contract analysis, legal research, and case triage. Now, let me give you some example. Like, possibly you will find the large amount of the work into the law is document review, right? If you are a litigation lawyer, you have to go through all the evidence paper which is available or the document which are given. If you are transactional lawyer, you have to focus more on due diligence, and also there is a review of the document. If you are a compliance lawyer, again, it is a lot of document you have to do. So document review is a large chunk of a job of a lawyer. And as good you are in mining the document, you are a good lawyer. So that particular part is mostly used to done by the junior lawyers or the young associate. That particular work will be taken over by AI most, because they're quite efficient in reading the document and analyzing in depth, which is otherwise very difficult thing, which takes me to e-discovery. Because machine learning, accelerate the identification of the relevant point in litigation, which otherwise you might not be able to flag. Imagine you are doing a merger and acquisition due diligence, and the merger happening between the two groups, and both the groups has an operation in 120 country or maybe 160 country. So all those particular countries document you are basically, reviewing. And I know for sure, and I was a part of many, that that require almost thousands people eyes, or maybe 1,000 into multiply by 2 eyes to go through to come into a particular conclusion, and that was not a flawless conclusion. But AI might be better in doing that particular job, because it can work 24/7 and also go into the point which you might not have been able to understood in your human way. Translation, contract analysis. Friend, I will tell you, in my younger days, when I was just joined into the profession, I've been put into a part of a consultancy, of young consultancy, where I need to analyze almost millions of the document of one American company, who are basically the patent puller. And they wanted to know that will they losing the revenue, or they're getting the revenue in this particular entire process. So we have to structure that particular contract, which is basically tax, contract management, and what kind of revenue you are generating out of that particular contract. Now, I believe that will be automated, and that will be quite easy to handle now. Legal research is one of the very distinct domain. And I was telling other day to one of my honorable colleague judge, who is a judge of the High Court, that it is possible now to create a predictability of your judgment. I can predict well that what kind of a judgment you are going to come now, because I can bring it into the parameters. So in case of the legal research, if it is a litigation, then in that case, even the predictability possible. If it is relating to the investment issues and all these things, you can even tell the people that is it what to go through this particular investment, because there might be some kind of legal risks otherwise available, but you can manage that particular aspect. And job transformation versus displacement. So there will be new hybrid, hybrid roles, and the higher value work. So most of the earning in the law was of low value work, which I was just discussing in other part. It will be high value work, because if you know that possibly many of the law firm charges on the time stamp basis, that means how much hour they have spent for a particular job. And the hour billing was mostly because of the low hanging job, which I was talking about. So that will be possibly displaced, or rather it will be transformed, or it will be priced quite differently for this. Now, trucks registering the automation, the complex reasoning, this particular tasks will possibly not go to the automation. It might be aided by the automation, but it will not go to the automation. That is a complex reasoning. That means you might even, have a structure that how you are going to strategize into a litigation or in a negotiation, but the reasoning, what position you are going to take for that particular strategy is not going to go to the automation. Client relation, human interface is not going to go with the automation. And the skill of advocacy, which is the pure skill of the law, will not go into the automation. Now, friend, these are the pressure in generally firm is going to face relating to the innovation, parallel business model, and algorithmic accuracy versus new governance, which even Mr. Mahanji was also talking about this particular thing. So, friend, you will find that law firm will have to innovate in a terms of the process, innovate in the terms of the acquisition of the technology and deployment of the technology, and they has to provide better facility than others, because this technological evolution will not be stopped at any point of time, and it is going to give a better client service than other. And I believe now you might have seen that there is a race into this particular thing, because some people every day bringing some feature which other couldn't, and they are basically dancing in the market. So, friend, there will be ethical and regulatory challenge, because there is a lot of suspicion about what AI is doing. Other day when I was talking with my chancellor, the point which has surfaced immediately was that AI is giving the manufacturing the cases and giving the wrong information, and this giving a wrong explanation. Friend, please remember, AI is a machine, is a tool, right? We are basically thinking that they are the replacement of my mind. It is not, right? You are basically training that particular model of the pattern which you have developed over the century, right, as a human. So please don't try to think that AI is going to replace and, AI is going to do the thing in a better manner. It's not like that. So bias is one of the thing, because, it is again depending on what kind of data you are training. And like, in the law literature, when we talk about the regulation of the AI, the bias possibly consume almost 60% of the discussion, that, how we can going to bring it a bias free and made it more ethical. Data privacy is one of the concern. And, I believe people are getting more and more concerned about the data, because one point of time, I remember when we were a child, we never bother about what kind of data has been, given into the public domain. But you find that today data is, your data leak is dangerous. Like it might harm you financially. It might also take you into the criminal aspect, like, deep fake. Somebody is deep faked you, and that might create a trouble to you, this particular thing. And that's the reason, which I was talking today, is local LLM model is getting popular. I was telling all of you, right? I don't use much of GPT or Gemini or the Claude or Mistral online interface. But in my system, I generally run local LLM. And I have actually trained number of models for different work of mine. Well, professional responsibility you cannot avoid. Wherever you have to have duty of the good faith, you cannot, or care of skill. You cannot simply say that, well, this was done by the AI and I should be exempted from that particular thing. So, friend, I tried to give you some number before you. So these are the places you might find that there is a change and recalibration. The mostly affected part is a routine task automation. And that's the reason some of our professional colleagues are a little fearful, because people might not come for a small job now if you have an efficient model running into the system. Due diligence, transforming the legal operations, is automation is rapidly entering the due diligence and compliance work. And I believe this was a major chunk of the revenue for any law firm. And as I was talking about that, the billing was used to happen on this particular human level, and there will be a shrinking of this. I was talking with COO of Deloitte, and he is a chief disruption officer. He was telling that he has come up with the model which is actually save a company almost $1.2 billion in the legal cost of operations. So that means you can understand that is very cheap, and many company might be transgressing towards that particular automation than taking the manual services anymore. Contract review automation is one of the major work for the companies, and I believe this will be automated. That means those people who are a transactional lawyer are in this particular field, or maybe the litigation lawyer who are into this particular field, they will have lose the lot of jobs. Like I was talking with a few of my students who are basically into the intellectual property domain. They were telling the claim drafting in a patent, as well as the search in patent, which was a chunk of the revenue for the law firms, will going to go, because these have been automated. And I know some of them are working very well, very efficiently. And where there is a less, there is a less chance to have human error. Now, friend, smart contract and blockchain is a lot of talks, though blockchain is a costlier venture. But where you need to have a serious transactions and rather series of transactions, there blockchain is, there is no better alternative than blockchain, right? It cannot be tampered. It is a tamper-free. And as much we will move for the digital record, either it is a land record or other kind of record of the evidence of the property, or whenever we are going to move for the fintech, this blockchain and the smart contract will be important. I believe almost all of you know that India is leading into the fintech, right? And UPI, which is our very indigenous technology, has been developed in the country, now do a largest transaction, even more than a Visa. Though the footprint of this UPI is much less, I think it is only in 9 or 10 countries today. But and Visa is in 120 countries. But is transaction level of the transaction is very high. So once we are talking more about the fintech and the smart contract, the blockchain is important. Now let us come into the new technology, which is basically coming into the market, and it is going to have impact, rather going to do a lot of disruption into the thing which is called a RAG technology. RAG technology is a retrieval technological process which you work into the AI layer. And I try to give you some kind of a number into this particular thing to have your understanding that how much it will have a market growth and kind of fostering these things. Now, friend, automations compliance with the safety of GDPR, in our case, DPDP, AI liability, trustworthy AI expectation, including the transparency, accountability, and non-discriminatory process. So it is basically, the entire coin, and in different directions you require to have kind of a protection to be there. So friend, this is a smart contract application. I'll just skip it. I believe I have talked on this particular thing. If you have some question, I will answer it in this session of Q&A. So these are the thumbnail benefit of automation that state through the processing, transparency, and the trust and speed and efficiency, which the chairman, honorable chairman, was talking about. And technical and legal challenges, there is a vulnerability, and the attack is imminent, because if your security system is no good, then it might create. And that's the reason I was trying to explaining in the beginning that how the AI infrastructure looks like. Security is a part of the infrastructure of the AI. Now, the question to be answered, which we are talking about, is AI fundamentally reset the education? And I believe this is contextual now, because we have talked about that what are the things are going to change. And if the things are changing into the market, it need to reset the way we teach into the university and the colleges. Answer is yes, because we have to do now a lot of personalized learning, which the universities of yesterday or legacy universities are never thought of. It was mostly of a standardization of the education. And I'm a big proponent of this particular thing, that the model of education which we are having today are no good into the era of disruption, or when we are adopting or embracing the exponential technology in our daily life. And simulation and the practice, like in NLU Make, we have tried to adopt the concept of immersive learning, wherein you yourself simulate, and you can put your AR and VR headset, and you can really argue before the virtual judges. And they might tell you that where you have a flaw in the moot code, or even you can test your knowledge about some kind of due diligence or maybe the compliance processes. We have made a progress on this particular thing, but unfortunately, we have not reached to the pinnacle. It need a bit of a volunteer, and maybe we have to make the thing right over the time. So what are the new skill future lawyers require? Say AI literacy, data skill, how you're going to interpret the data. Other day I was, I think, addressing to some law school, and I told that if you throw some garbage to the AI, any table, it will try to find out some correlation. And that's what happened in statistics, right? So you need to have an understanding of the data, what kind of a data you are basically inserting to that particular AI. It will going to give something, but you have to have a clarity what you are doing. Critical thinking is very important. AI-human collaboration is very important. Workflow designing. And I believe workflow designing is the important today, how you're going to get the thing best and very quickly. Ethics will be further important, which we keep on talking in the legal profession, but it will be more and more important as much we are going to embrace the the automation and the AI in our profession. And client relation, that means human emotion and relation has to be changed. Now, what do you need to change in your institution in the law school? The assessment and integrity, like this is a complaint which I keep hearing from my colleagues and my faculty here, that said all the essays has been now copied from the AI. So I kept telling to them, now you have to change the assessment pattern. It cannot be the same as we have done yesterday. Access and inclusion, and wider access to the legal education. And today, your student will be demanding not only within the country but internationally. right? Because as much the low-end job will compress, you have to position your student not into low-end job, rather into a high-skill requirement. Like, which I was talking about, document this thing, blah, blah, which was basically was a earning point for a young lawyer that is going to vanish. So you have to prepare themselves with a high-end job. Faculty role, I believe a few days back I was reading in the context of the education system, and I said that faculty should move from lecturer to be a coach. You have to be take them through all the processes. Today, possibly giving the information is not that important, which it was in yesterday. So these places, role of the AI is not very clear. If it is a small and medium-sized practice, non-Western jurisdictions, because there is a lot of jurisdiction where the law is not standardized. Like I am sitting now in Ceylon, where the law is not quite standardized because it was basically gone through the oral traditions, right? So there possibly, the AI might not be a very good place, which I was keep on talking about the junior staff career trajectory. What will make them sustain? Which I was telling, document reading will go, research will go, right? So what you are going to give them in their hand so that they can even sustain into this particular change environment. And friend, then this is the key takeaway, which I believe, which you have to keep in mind. It's alignment, not replacement. Skill must evolve, and ethics and oversight, which is a very important thing. Now, what is the path forward? Embrace AI, and as an enabler, don't try to, resist it. Cultivate the human and ethical skill, which is more important for coming days. So what is the future, which is lies behind, before us? Is embracing the AI-enabled future. I will focus on the opportunity. And if you say that it offers an unprecedented opportunity to improve the access to justice, reduce the cost, and increasing efficiency. There is a lot of talks about the last mile inclusion in the justice, right? AI can do that. And we are actually working on a project called legal intelligence, where even the person can speak his grievances, which can be automated and formatted and can be ready for filing the petition. So, even the person who is in a last mile, who doesn't know much about the what to file, where is his grievances, what the grievances is, even the AI can assist while he is talking in voice. And the profession must adopt in the education, regulation, and the business model to realize that this benefits while protecting the core values. That is very important. You cannot replace the human value. And also, please don't think that AI is going to replace you. AI is going to be a further aid to your work. But at the same time, you need to change. You need to be adaptive. You need to move away the way you are working. You need to change your teaching skill. You are not required to give any information anymore to the student today. Rather, you need to be an enabler for the student, that how they can navigate into this disruptive environment. Friends, thank you very much for listening so patiently. And I believe I have kept the time right within hour I have completed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again for giving an opportunity to speak in this particular platform, and also meeting all my sister, senior friends, whom I have not met for several years now. And we have become, our faces also became changed. I see Sanju now. I have also become, gray hair. Sanju also become gray hair. So one day we are young. So that's a really a great thing apart from everything. Thank you so much once again. Namaskar. So I'd love to have a question if you have any on this.
Thank you, sir, for such an in-depth and enriching session. We are really inspired by you. We shall now have a brief interactive question and answer session. I request the participants to post their questions if you have. Any question?
Okay, Priyanka, ask Professor Dabade sir to unmute if any participant wants to ask any question.
Though I am
Yes.
coordinator, if chair permits, I want to ask Dada that definitely in your speech, you yourself contended that being a teacher, we have to change our role. Rather than giving an information, we have to analyze. Now, for that, what you suggest that while changing our role, by which manner we can adopt the, you can say, skill to give the knowledge to the student in this AI generation? Because you remember or not, doesn't know, sorry to say some personal thing, that I and Dada are living in one and the same hostel, and we generally meet on the gate, and even within 2 minutes, he says something that I have to go in Jaikar and read that, and then I understand. So you are same even after 25 years, if you remember, in hostel number 1 of Pune University.
Thank you.
So how
Yeah,
we
we
can
used to
change
stay
our
all
role?
evening. Yeah, actually, this is a very difficult question you have asked. In which direction teacher has to change? Okay, let us look into that what education institute, or for that matter, university does, colleges, university does. We basically do a 3 thing in college and 4 thing in a university. We give information to the student, then we teach them how to analyze those particular information. Then university or college give the opportunity of networking. Like, today we are meeting after so many days, but we remember each other, right? And the last one is the knowledge creation. That means, you are creating a new knowledge so that it can come tomorrow in industry or in the classroom through your research. Now, these first 2 job will be taken out by AI. What is that? Information and the analytics. And that's the reason, I always ask a very fundamental question to everybody. Then what the university will do? Because, the learning which has been adopted until now was an incremental learning process by standardization. Why? Because it was easy to do a mass education. And in my talks today, I was talking about the personal education. Now, if you wanted to learn, imagine a quantum physics, you are not required to go up to the PhD to learn the quantum physics, but that might be even delivered to you in a very customized manner within 6-month course. And possibly you will be as good as a person who has a PhD in the quantum physics. So what teacher will do? Now, teacher has still a role where not in this low-hanging area, that information and the analytics, because that will be done pretty well by the machine. But teacher has a role into the knowledge creation. Whatever you are going to do it through the high-end research, that is still very, very valuable. And that possibly machine might not able to do as their capacity today, because you might have seen this, a lot of index are coming, like, Cambridge Index, Oxford Index, and wherein they are testing the human ability with the machine's ability. And which is the best machine today, like which people are talking about, is Claude 4.5. is reached up to this 40%. It has not gone into the full 100% index of the human. So that means where you need to have a very critical understanding, critical knowledge creation, the machine is far away. So as a teacher, you need to work into that particular level, which will ultimately going to create a product, either in terms of a literature or a knowledge or the industrial product. So personally, I believe that, the teaching job will be, will be very, very soon. Very soon in the sense is not that tomorrow, but it will be gradually decline. And maybe even the institution is need to change into that particular process. But that doesn't mean the teacher will be wither away. Teacher is required into high-end research, and the knowledge creation. And maybe the mass education will be very cheap. Even, today, the students are spending couple of lakhs to get into the legal education. That might be even 1 lakh of rupees instead of 20 lakhs, because that will be morely machine learned. But if you wanted to have a personalized learning, like, you wanted to get an efficiency into, let us say, the ethical process of AI, and you need to come to Meherkar sir, that will be very costly. That will be possibly in crores of rupees to get in there, because, that high-end research is not possible by the machine. Like, I'll simply give you example, though it is not compatible to give the example, but I can give you one example. Like, if you buy a bag which is created by the machine, its cost is very less, right? You might get it in 500 rupees. But similar kind of bag created by an artisan, by the hand, okay, applying his total skill, which he has gathered by the generations, will be same bag will be possibly 50,000 rupees. A similar concept will come. Okay, I think, I don't know, did I make sense to you? But that's what my thinking, my
Thank you,
my
thank you,
understanding.
Rana. You are the same even after 25 years too. Thank you. Yes, please, Priyanka.
Any question? Okay, thank you, sir. I now
Thank you.
invite our chairperson, Professor Dr. Vijay Bairam, sir, to share his valuable remarks on this session. Sir.
Good afternoon. Today, our Dr. Baba Ambedkar College of Law organizes national webinar on AI and future of legal profession. And for this national webinar, the inaugurator and keynote speaker, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Indrajit Dubey sir, another expertise, Professor Dr. Saurabh Ubale sir, Chairperson of inaugural session and the chairperson of our West Khandesh Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Dule, Mahendraji Nile sir, the vice principal of our college, Professor Dr. Sajida Sheikh Madam, means Sanju Didi, the name with which Honorable Vice Chancellor is familiar. Honorable Coordinator Dr. Meherkar sir, Co-Coordinator Akaji Nile sir, the technical things handled and conducted by Professor Anil Dabade sir, many other colleagues of my college, Principal Dr. Indi Chaudhary sir, BOH Chairman, who is the chairperson of the second session, Honorable Principal Dr. Reddy sir, ex-dean and Principal of SS Maniar Law College, Jalgaon, and other dignitaries who have joined this platform. Today, it's a wonderful occasion to be with Professor Dr. Indrajit G. Dubey sir, Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Meghalaya, who has delivered a very fantastic keynote speaking address on AI and future of legal profession. It's really wonderful to listen him. And whatever experience he has shared is really very meaningful in everyone's life, because the world is changing, the world order is changing day by day. Obviously, whenever any scientific and technology innovation took place, that time it brings a comfort in everyone's life, in the human being's life. It is really a miracle for human beings. And we have experience with many technical and technological things. But soon, when it is exaggerated, the use is exaggerated, it becomes a nuisance, it becomes a chaos. Similarly, it happens with a television. When television comes, it was very miracle, it was miraculous one, it was accepted by everyone. But soon after its huge use, it was called as idiot box. When mobile phone comes, and when that small mobile phone in everybody's hand becomes Android, then everybody was enjoying that comfort of life. But day after, or a few years later, it becomes a nuisance. Similarly, recently we have experienced with AI tools, and many AI tools were used everywhere. So what will happen if AI is used in legal probation? So Professor Dr. Indrajit Dubey sir has really pointed out the application model, language model, and how these tools will be used. What will be the infrastructure, what infrastructure will be needed. So he has really pointed out many crucial issues regarding the artificial intelligence, and he has also focused on the original intelligence of human beings. He has also curiously pointed out the ethical practice, the regulatory challenges, what will happen with the people when everybody will use artificial intelligence. It is really a challenge before everyone. And a few days ago, we have experienced that in the argument before one of the High Court, that is Punjab and Haryana High Court, one lawyer was using artificial intelligence, and he was dictating one citation. And when it was revealed that that citation and that case is not at all in existence, the Honorable Lordship has seized that mobile phone and stopped that lawyer to use artificial intelligence. So when artificial intelligence is very useful, sometimes there are some drawbacks. So if artificial intelligence platform is available to the plaintiff lawyer, the same is available with the defendant lawyer also. Everybody will use artificial intelligence. So what will be the new is really a skill and challenge before everyone. So these things will happen, but Professor Indrajit Dubey sir has rightly pointed out many aspects of transformation and displacement in the coming future. So what transformation will happen, what displacement will be there, or what will be the challenge? So it is really wonderful to learn all these challenges. So Professor Indrajit Dubey sir has rightly pointed out many things. Because of our AI webinar, we are quite happy that we could meet you all friends of Pune University Department again after 25 years. So hope that if it is physically possible to bring you all on one platform, we will try our best. But our college is celebrating the Golden Jubilee year in this year. Our college was established in the year 1975 on 6th of December 1975 because of the blessings of Buddhavasi Advocate Rao Sahib Ashokji Nile, and on the guidance of Bharat Ratna Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, he has established this college, and we are celebrating this 50th years, Golden Jubilee year of our college from 6th of December to 25th of March 2026. So we could organize such a wonderful workshop on AI and future of legal profession. I am very much thankful to you, Professor Dr. Indrajit Dubey sir, on behalf of college, on behalf of our Vesh Khandit Dalit Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Jaipur Dhule. We have learned many things because this is our beginning. You have pointed out many things which will become a beginning in our life. So even we will try to use AI modules for our teaching. So I am very much thankful to you on behalf of college and the students, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I now request Assistant Professor Akash Nair, sir, to present a brief summary and concluding remarks for technical session 1. Sir.
Respected Chairperson, Professor Dr. V.Y. Bairam, sir, esteemed resource person, Honorable Professor Indrajit Dubey, sir, respected dignitaries, dear partners. As we come to the conclusion of the first technical session of this national webinar, I would like to briefly summarize the key insights and then propose vote of thanks. So this session on AI-powered laws, tools, ethics, futures, practice, provided a deep insight into the transformative role of AI, artificial intelligence, in the field, in the legal profession. So Professor Indrajit Dubey, sir, has beautifully explained how AI is reshaping the core legal functions, such as legal research, drafting, contract analysis, case management, litigation strategy, and even legal education, even for teachers, law teachers. The discussion, this session highlighted the automation of routine and repetitive legal tasks, which will enable the lawyers to focus on a high-value intellectual work in the future, as they can designate this repetitive task to AI. So thereafter, Speaker Dubey sir has also emphasized on certain tasks which will remain resistant to automation. I mean, they cannot be replaced through automation, particularly those requiring human judgments, like client relations, etc. Advocacy skills, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking. So this won't be replaced by AI. Ethical concerns were also thoroughly examined in this session, like a bias in AI. AI hallucinates, which was discussed. So it is we should take it with a pinch of salt. Lawyers should be cautious while using it. One must not blindly trust AI generated outputs without proper verification. So in conclusion, the future of legal profession is not about replacing lawyers with AI. Lawyers who effectively use AI tools. Legal profession must adapt by embracing technological advancement while maintaining ethical standards and professional responsibility. This session reinforced that AI should be viewed as an enabling tool that enhances efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. The future of law lies in an AI-enabled practice where human intelligence and artificial intelligence work together. They'll work together both hand in hand. I would also like to point out the chairperson's remark, which was very smart, that televisions was when they were introduced, it was referred to as idiot box. Yet eventually it became an essential part of society, of our lives. Same applies for AI. AI may face today some skepticism, but it is important to adopt it and adapt it to this technological advancement responsibly. Now I express my sincere gratitude to our distinguished resource person, respected Honorable Professor Indrajit Dubey, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, National Law University, Meghalaya, for sharing his vast knowledge and practical insights. Sir, your session has truly broadened our understanding of the future of legal practice in the age of artificial intelligence. Not just legal practice, but even for academics. Thereafter, I'm also deeply grateful to the respected chairperson of this session, Professor Dr. V.Y. Bairam, sir, Principal Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial College of Law, Dhule, for his valuable remarks and for efficiently steering the session with his academic wisdom and experience. My sincere appreciation goes to the management, the organizing committee, faculty members, technical team, and especially student volunteers who are working behind the curtain in the background for their dedicated efforts in ensuring the smooth conduct of this technical session. So with these words, I once again thank everyone who has contributed in the success of first technical session, as we can say. And I request all the participants to continue to be in this session because next technical session will begin immediately. Over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you, sir. Now we move ahead to technical
Thank you.
session 2. I
So I
invite
can
assistant.
now quit.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Once again,
you.
thank you, sir.
We now move ahead to technical session 2. I invite Assistant Professor Anil Dabade sir to formally welcome and introduce our resource person, Dr. Saurabh Ubai sir, and also welcome the chairperson of this session, Professor Dr. N.D. Chaudhary sir. Sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar. Today's session is special for us because our speaker, Dr. Saurabh Ubale, sir, shares the same academic roots as many of our faculty members from the Department of Law, Savitribai Phule University. This makes today's interaction even more personal and inspiring. Dr. Ubale completed his bachelor and masters in law from the Savitribai Phule Pune University and earned his PhD from the University of Mumbai and completed his postdoctoral research at Krakow University in Poland and has also been honored with a DLitt from the USA. After qualifying NET with JRF, he entered into academics and research. He is currently serving as Assistant Professor, International Relation Officer, Academic Research Coordinator, and IQAC Coordinator at Marathwada Mitra Mandal's Shankarrao Chauhan Law College, Pune. He is also a PhD guide at Savitribai Phule University and PhD thesis evaluator at the University of Colombo, Sri Lanka. He has represented India at many international platforms, including Hague, UNESCO, Oxford University, the Asian Development Bank, and several other countries. He is a recipient of the Vivo plus 20 silver medallion and served as a commission member at the IUCN World Commission for Environmental Law. He has delivered more than 200 guest lectures and received several awards from the contribution for education in India and abroad. With 35 plus research papers, 3 authored books, 6 edited books, 2 patents, and policy contributions acknowledged by the United Nations. From his books, 2 of his books were unveiled by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. We truly feel proud that a scholar from the Savitribai Phule Pune University law family is with us today. Let us warmly welcome Dr. Saurabh Ubale, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Saurabh Ubale, sir, who is the International Relation Officer and Assistant Professor, to deliver session 2 on AI-powered lawyers, tools, ethics, and future practice. Sir, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Special thanks to Shri Dada Saheb Mahendra Nile sir, who's the chairman of WKD SPM Dhule. My hearty gratitude to Vijay Bahiram sir, who's the principal of the college, and Dr. Gajanan Mehkarkar sir, my friend and the organizing secretary of this conference. A very good afternoon, warm good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Dabade sir, for introducing so nicely. Moving ahead with the next session is something where it is associated with the actual how we are going to implement the things. So far, probably in the previous session, you might have talked about the artificial intelligence and how it is going to have its impact, the pros and cons. Like, for example, you must have talked about the client counseling, how the AI is going to help you, in the case compilation, how the AI is going to help you. Now, this is the session where we are going to have an actual implementation, how the artificial intelligence is going to empower the lawyers. And so that's why it is just not the artificial intelligence we are going to check, but there are various tools, there are various ethics and the future of the legal practice that we have to portray in such a way that the henceforth no one is going to ask you about the marks, no one is going to ask you about your degrees and how many degrees, but they are going to check your skills. Now, whenever it comes to the artificial intelligence, we know that most of the time only we focus on one of the element, and that is the chat GPT. And so as I hope my slides are visible to you and my voice is clear and audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's
Yes,
why.
very clear and clear. Yes.
Yes, thank you. So that's why artificial intelligent powered lawyers is now the need of an hour, we can say so. And so that's why we need to understand which are those tools which are going to help us in becoming or tackling the future obstacles for no, we shall not be the victim of the artificial intelligence. Rather, we shall rule the artificial intelligence so that we can sustain forever, and artificial intelligence is definitely shall be the subordinate to the human beings. And so with this, there are two statements you can see on the on your screen. One is that if artificial intelligence drafts a perfect bail application in 10 seconds, should we still learn the drafting? So that is an ultimate question that we have to ask. Now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, definitely the artificial intelligence, if you put this command on the chat GPT, you're going to get in 10 seconds the perfect bail application, no doubt about it. But that does not mean that we shall not learn the drafting. Now, some of you might have the knowledge that now most of the junior courts, tehsil courts, now been coming up with additional district courts. Okay, and most of the time you might have seen that judges from the high courts and the Supreme Courts used to come for inaugurating such kind of an additional district courts. And the one common statement that you must have heard from these luminaries, high court judges, is that whenever we have the additional district courts to the taluka places, tehsil levels, we have to maintain more sanctity, more authoritativeness, and more concern shall be given to the intellect. Okay, so basically this is the reason why we have to upgrade not only the knowledge, not only the system, but overall mannerism, overall content. So whenever you file a draft of or you file a bail application, the content of the bail application as shall be preferred by an highest judiciary shall always be maintained by the lower judiciary. And so from that perspective, lawyers, irrespective of where they practice, they have to have the command over the professionalism as well as the content of the applications. This is the reason why the second statement on the screen, you can see that AI will not replace lawyers, but lawyers using AI will replace the lawyers who don't. Okay, so that is a famous statement. Probably you can find it in all the sessions. This is the reason why, from that perspective, we have to understand the artificial intelligence. Now, one of the common problem with an artificial intelligence is that most of the time, again, it's a technical words that always come across. And we usually fail as a person, as a human being, to understand that in what manner that artificial intelligence works, because we are not the computer science students. We are not, or some of us might be a computer lawyers, a computer science students, but not necessarily all. So that's why we may not know computers beyond that what we use as a Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel files, or Windows, iPhone updates, etc. Okay, and so how exactly this artificial intelligence is going to work, specifically with context of the legal field, that we need to understand. And so that's why on the screen you can see that we can see that artificial intelligence is basically contains three important terminologies: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and generative artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is something where the machines are performing human-like reasoning. Okay. Second, machine learning is something learning from the data. So you give an input and then accordingly you will get the machine learning and learning from the data. The machine is going to learn from the data. And then the third one is generative artificial intelligence, which is actually creating the text, actually creating the drafts, actually creating the summaries of the things. So by this way, we have to understand the artificial intelligence in a non-technical way. So it's the simplest way to understand. So like, for example, if you say to the chat GPT that I am feeling lonely today and I am having some kind of an activity so that you can put me out of my loneliness. And you just enter and you will get the number of suggestions by the artificial intelligence. So what are these? So these are nothing but machines are performing a human-like reasoning. Or for example, when you put some data, like for example, if I put Constitution of India into the chat GPT or upload it on the artificial intelligence, and I just put in command that analyze the Constitution of India. I'm giving the Constitution of India paper of my undergrad, and I need to write an answer for fundamental duties. You just put it, enter, and then by using that data, that whatever is an input, so machine is going to learn the data and accordingly going to give you the output. And the third one is in generative artificial intelligence, where you actually put the command like you want to have a summary of Puttaswamy's judgment. So you just put summary of Puttaswamy judgment in 200 words. So basically, you are directly going to get this generative artificial intelligence. Or it is going to create the text or the drafts. For example, you can ask them for a draft application for adjournment. So adjournment application, you can get it out of the generative AI. So by that way, the artificial intelligence is going to work. And so that's why we have to understand this artificial intelligence in context with a legal analogy. So what is a legal analogy? Like in artificial intelligence or in computer language, we call it as a data. In legal context, we call it as an evidence. In computer language, we call it as an algorithms. So in legal language, we may call it as a judge's reasoning, because judge is a human brain. Okay, judge is going to listen both the parties and going to have an algorithm in the brain which is unseen, and accordingly is going to build up the reasons. And so probably that's why you might have studied something called as an realism or realist school of the jurisprudence, where you say that the upbringing of the judge may have its impact on the final judgment. Or for example, you must be knowing that just a general practice, not necessarily that everywhere it is to be followed, but usually say that now after 3 p.m. Generally we have the bails to be on the board. And so we know that every 3 months generally the judge is going to or the charge of that particular area is going to be changed to deal with an bail applications. And so if you want to have an anticipatory bail and you have come to know that currently the charge of that area is with XYZ judge, and you come to know that not going to give you or grant the anticipatory bail, usually wait for 3 months and then you go for filing the bail application, anticipatory bail, into another court, so that another court can get a charge, and then accordingly you may suffice your purpose, your objective, that now the chances of getting granted the anticipatory bail. So what is this? This is something that just to judge, as the justice differs, as the reasoning differed, algorithm is also same thing. Okay, so whatever I am going to put on the chat GPT, and if you are going to put on the chat GPT, only unless the basic elements are similar, you can get the different kind of reasoning. Now, when we talk about the output, it is a judgment. So final verdict, final version of it is an output. And biases. Now, you might have discussed in previous session that the bias, the artificial intelligence is more biased. Okay, so that's why I did my postdoctoral research into biasness of artificial intelligence and the governance. So this is the reason why we will find that now in the legal language we may call it as a prejudice. Okay, and so that's why it may have its impact on the final version as well. And so with this, let us try to understand in what way we can consider this particular artificial intelligence. Okay, now because we know that whenever we have artificial, use it in various ways. Okay, now as the topic itself is an AI powered lawyers, and so that's why for lawyers life, what things are essential that we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, Some of you might have already discussed. We are just going to find out in what are those tools and in what way we can have the help of the artificial intelligence in day-to-day life of a lawyer. Now we say, now you know that the legal research, the artificial intelligence is very much helpful. So basically we have the work, we have the problem, artificial intelligence is going to help, and then we are going to use the tool and the time is saved. So that is a perfect, we can say, a small formula or a flow chart when it comes to the life of the lawyer and the artificial intelligence. And so that's why here you can see that artificial intelligence is equal to your 24/7 junior intern. And as it is mandated recently by some of the authorities that the junior shall be paid the fees 20,000 per month if it is urban area and 15,000 if it's a rural area. And so that's why if an artificial intelligence also you need to pay, because not everything is free. ChatGPT is also to some extent free, but again, it's additional elements that you need to buy. And so my concern for today's lecture is also to show you that apart from ChatGPT, we have certain other tools which are very much useful in doing the things. Okay. Now, see, for example, we used to say that the person in a previous era the person used to profess the same profession as his father used to do. Okay. And why it is so is because probably he by birth he used to get insights that what are the smaller things that he had to take into consideration at the time of working in such context. And so this is the reason why probably we used to say that the expert shall do his or her work into his expertise area. Okay, so this is the reason why we shall not use ChatGPT for every purpose. Okay, so irrespective of the work we use, if you are using the ChatGPT, then probably it's like your notes. Okay, so if one person is writing the notes in all the subjects, you generally call it as a textbook. But if expertise write a book on one specific his expertise knowledge subject, then we call it as a reference book. Okay, and so reference books usually not being given in the library, but the textbooks you are allowed to take it at the home. Okay, so this is the logical deduction behind this. And so this is the reason why we need to find out the expertise tools for an artificial intelligence where we can do the things. Okay, now when it comes to the legal research, we know that traditionally we have hours spent finding the cases. We have manual reading of the SCC and Manupatra volumes. And that's why most of the time it happens that we miss the latest precedents as well. And so we shall, to avoid such kind of a traditional problem, so the problems of non-AI using lawyers, we have the AI to help us. Now, in what context the AI is going to help you? Finding out the relevant cases instantly, summarizes the judgments, extracts the ratio dissidentity, and it suggests the similar precedents as well. Okay. And so that's why near to that robo, you can find the statement I have posted. Okay. Now you will find these are the commands, because see, now we are the human beings. Now, if you ask to prepare a tea, how you are going to prepare? Any one of you, if you are allowed to speak, how you are going to prepare a tea? Almost the same, slightly different process. So someone may have water and then they are going to boil the water and then the tea powder and then the rest of the ginger, etc. And then they are going to have adding of the milk, etc. Some may have slight deviations. Some may have only going to boil the milk and then going to add the tea powder into milk and then ginger, and then after that the tea will be ready. Okay. Or some may have some different strategies. Okay. Now, in all contexts, we have different kind of a process. Okay. But everyone is going to make a same element, that is a tea. Okay. Now, though people are using the same kind of an process, but still the taste of the tea changes. Okay. And so that's why probably if you are going to put, so it's like what command you have given and the output of that command. Now, whenever we talk about artificial intelligence, now if your commands are not proper, okay, then you are going to get something different. Okay. Though you are going to put the same commands, but again, the results may differ. And so that's why you always have to remember that you are telling all these things to the robo. Robo does not know anything. Okay, though we see that artificial intelligence is an human-like things that he has to do, but again, how he is going to do in human-like things, because some program is there in his mind, and so according to running of his program, he's going to put you or he's going to give you the results. So from that perspective, you have to remember that the commands are the most important elements. As a AI powered lawyers, you shall try to understand. So like for example, if I have given you the command, if I put this command on any of this artificial intelligence, so it is going to give you accordingly the content. Summarize ratio of Keshwananda, Bharti, and list 5 latter cases following it. Okay. So this is the reason why we have to understand this too. Now see, whenever we talk about artificial intelligence, now you can see there are different tools that we have to use. Okay. Now what are these tools? Now, if you try to see, there's a ChatGPT. Apart from that, we also have a Claude for summaries. We have Manupatra Artificial Intelligence Search. We have SCC Online Search Analytics, and we have Lexis Plus AI. Now, if you try to understand these elements, okay, I'll just show you it on the Google. Okay. Now you can see I just have put. Now hope my screen is visible to you. When you put the Claude on the Google, you can see that very first line, the Claude's official website, you can see, and here it is written, Claude is a next generation AI assistant built by Anthropic and trained to be safe, accurate, and secure to help you to do the best work. Okay, so basically that artificial intelligence is going to help you in various matters. Now if I click on Claude, then probably you can you can see that either within Google you can continue it or you can register for that. Now how it is going to help you? You can see that it is going to create a draft. It is going to analyze the graphics. It is going to iterate on websites, graphics, documents, etc. So there are various plans. As I already told you that whenever we have interns, we have to pay for the intern. Similarly, if we consider artificial intelligence as an intern, we have to pay for the intern also. And you can see the payment of the fees of the interns as well. Okay. So if you take a Claude's free Claude, then you can see write, edit, create content, analyze text, upload images, generate code and visualize the data, get web search results inside the chat, connects the Google workspace, email, integration with a remote MCP. So depending upon the structure, the payment structure, you are going to have accordingly the works to be done with the help of this. Then we also have talked about Manupatra. So now you, I think all the law students, they use this Manupatra as their legal research tool. And you can see that Manupatra has also been AI empowered now. Okay, so you can discover this Manupatra's AI-driven legal technology, suits, research, case management, compliance, contracts, everything. And you can see there is an AI-generated GIST as well. Okay, so basically Manupatra is going to help you with the help of their internal artificial intelligence related elements. Okay, and so if you just click on artificial on the Manupatra, you can find that Manupatra suite is going to help you in various other data matters. So it is now, see, last one you can see is AI tool kit. Okay, so AI tool kit is advanced AI utilities custom built for the lawyers. Now what you can do with the help of AI toolkit on Manupatra, you can be a drafter, summary generator, OCR, RAG, translator, compare the documents. The number of things is possible with the help of this Manupatra. And so that's why, again, from that perspective, as an AI empowered lawyers, we shall learn these elements. Okay. So apart from that, you also have SCC Online, Search Analytics, and Lexis AI. So we have LexisNexis. You might have heard about this we used to have the books of LexisNexis. Okay. And so their online version with an artificial intelligence integrated version that we can use it for the legal research. Now moving to the next one, drafting, pleading, and applications. Now again, the same traditional problem we have. Don't know the structure, formatting mistakes are there, and language issue is a major concern. And so AI is going to help you to create the first draft, provide the format templates, improve the legal language, and corrects the grammar. Okay. Now, though we may say that the grammar is, was, has, had. So no, for a general understanding, we may say that the grammar is not important. But again, as a lawyer, we must know that if you just make a change into single grammatical verb or anything grammatically, if you make the changes in the content, then you will come to know that that has its impact on understanding that fact fully. So this is the reason why, and no, I purposefully have written creates first draft. Okay, and the reason is because I'm going to discuss this in the last slide regarding the ethics and what things that we have to take into consideration if the lawyers are using the AI tools. Okay, so this is the reason why there are different tools available apart from ChatGPT. One is an MS Word. We call it as an Copilot or Copilot, whatever it may be, this in pronunciation. And we also have a Grammarly legal style, okay, specifically for the lawyers. Now on the screen, you can see that what things we can do with the help of these AI tools. We can have in bail applications, we can have the writ petitions, we have the legal notices, affidavits, and the contract. So all these 5 elements are possible drafting, pleading, and applications with the help of these AI tools. Now you can see there on the screen I have written one command to be given to the artificial intelligence. Now I've written draft a bail application under BNSS for the first time offender accused of minor theft. Okay, so multiple things that you have to clarify because you are giving command to a computer, command to computer program, and so that's why accordingly he's going to run the program. Okay, so this is the reason why the commands are important in this context as well. Now, as I've written MS Word Copilot or Grammarly legal style. Now, if you just put it on the Google that what it is, then you'll come to know that this is again is going to help you out in various sense. Now see, I have just put it on the MS Word Copilot. Okay, so you can see that is a word, or it is AI powered assistance integrated directly into the Word application to help the users to draft, edit, summarize, and transform the documents. Okay, now you can very much use it with the help of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Okay, so that is an additional add-on. You can do it with your Microsoft, and so with the help of that, you can have the draft content, generation of the images, chats with the documents, and number of things you can do it with the laptop, computers, or on your mobile phones as well. Okay, so this is the thing where you just have to sign into it, and free version is definitely is available for you. But apart from that, if you are going to pay for it, then probably it is going to give you an additional versions of it as well. Okay, so that's why for the context of drafting, pleading, and conveyance, you can have it. Okay, then moving to the contract review. Now again, probably I come to the knowledge that in the previous sessions, sir has also talked or touched on the contract review part. Now we know that apart from the applications, the most important element that comes into the picture, more specifically with the corporate lawyer, is a contract review. Because if we or before signing off the contract, person is going to definitely consult with a lawyer. Okay, now again, we know considering the population, the number of pending cases, the number of other elements, the lawyers are full up. No, he is so much busy that he shall not read each and every contract, or it is not possible for him to read all the things at stretch with a stipulated time period. And so that's why traditional problem arises of missing the risky clauses, slow clause comparison, and the repetitive proofreading as well. And we know currently, we used to say that post-corona, even we start forgetting the things earlier than what we were having. It's long-term memory and short-term memory. You might have heard about it, and so it has its great impact after the corona. We used to say so. Okay, this is just not the corona, but a lot of other things. Considering the number of elements, for example, the mental stress, the overall structure that how we are developing is probably a stressful, and that is definitely going to have its impact on the retention of the content in a human intellect. And so this is the reason why this is also going to help you out. So artificial intelligence is going to help you in the flags. They're going to flag you the risky clauses. They are going to highlight the unusual terms that have been used in the contract, suggest the better wordings, or compares the contracts automatically. Okay, so this is the reason how it is going to be helpful for the lawyers who are well versed within or are having the various cases pertaining to the contracts. Now, there are various tools like Kira Systems, Luminance, Logrix, and no doubt ChatGPT for the clause explanation. So we can use these tools. You can see on the screen that I have put one command. So if you put it command on the artificial intelligence, explain the risks in this indemnity clause in simple language. And so by putting such kind of an commands on artificial intelligence, you're probably going to find out a good kind of a review. Okay. And so, like, for example, as I already told you, that if you just have a look on various systems, then like Kira Systems. Okay. I've just put the Kira system, and you can see that Kira is an AI powered contract intelligence for the legal teams. Okay. So if you just read out the heading itself, you will come to know that this is going to help you in context of analyzing the contract. And when you come to the LinkedIn profile, you can see Kira is a powerful award-winning software that excels at searching and analyzing the contract text. So it offers pre-built machine learning models as well. So definitely we are going to use such kind of technologies for having its a better applicability and AI-powered lawyers as we are talking about. Then I also talked about in the slide about the Luminance. Now see, you can here I have put the Luminance on the Google. Now there's an AI overview also been given. You can see that Luminance is an photometric measures of a luminous intensity per unit area light traveling in this direction. Okay. Now they're not talking about anything pertaining to the app. Now that's why we shall not use AI all the way. Okay. All the time. So now you can see here is a Luminance legal grade artificial intelligence. And if you just try to read out the statement, end-to-end AI for every contract touch point, and it uses legal grade trademark agents to automate, expedite, and enhance the contract activity across your business. Getting the point? So this is the reason why we have to talk about these elements. Okay. So Luminance is going to help you in that context. Now you can see there is one more. I have put it is Logrix. So what is Logrix? Logrix is automates legal work, redlining, and negotiating contracts better, faster, and cheaper than the lawyers. Okay. So see, this is something. No, as they have talked about faster and cheaper than the lawyers. So it means that they are trying to say that the AI is above the law. AI is going to replace the law. Okay, but it is not. We're going to check it afterwards. Okay. So this is the reason why the contract review is possible with the help of these tools. Okay. Now coming down to the case preparation and the strategies. Okay. Now again, the same problem in a traditional way, that it is hard to organize the facts, miss contradictions, we may say so, weak chronological orders we may find. And so that's why this is the reason why we are hanged up with all the content, and we are it is not easy to do the things. So for example, like we usually say that evidences are always in the packets, and we have to connect all the packets so that we can have a believable story to be put forth before the court. And so in that context, we need to have use of an artificial intelligence. Okay, so it is going to create the timelines, it is going to extract the key facts, it is going to build the argument structure, it is going to suggest the counter arguments as well. So from that perspective, we are going to take the help of artificial intelligence for us. Now again, if you try to understand, the ChatGPT is one of the tool, no doubt about it. And so we also have the Notion AI and Case Text Co-Counsel. So these are the two tools the lawyers can use. On the right hand side, you can see I have put a command, create timeline from these witness statements. So I have to put the witness statements into the artificial intelligence, and I'm going to give the command that how they are going to have this programming, that they are going to create the timeline from these witness statements. And probably it is then accordingly going to help you to have the case preparation and the strategies. Like for example, if I have, as I have talked about some of the tools, just try to understand what are these tools. Okay, now there's a first tool apart from ChatGPT is a Notion AI. Now you can see the AI workspace that works for you, all in one AI that takes notes, searches apps, and builds workflows right where you work. Now the most important is build workflows. Okay, and so use the case library. Notion is going to help you in the working out the things and number of other things. Now see, if you just put on the meet the Notion, you can see workspace can be well managed with the help of this tool. Okay, so it is going to do these many things. Okay, you can see AI search, AI writing, calendar scheduling, then chatbot, email, site builder, project management, number of things. Okay, so accordingly you are going to use this model. Then one more thing that I have put it in the slide, and that is the co-counsel, one Gen AI assistant for professionals. Okay, and so again, more authoritative, because this is something which is out of the Thomas Router. So you must be knowing it's a well-established brand in the publication industry as well, legal publication more specifically. So it is co-counsel. It was formerly the case text, is the only Gen AI assistant created for professionals utilizing our world-class technology and the content. Okay, so this is the reason why you can always have the use of this element. Okay, now you can see co-counsel, how it is going to help you. It is going to help you just not the lawyers. To whom it is going to help you? Legal professionals, tax professionals, audit professionals, accounting professionals. Okay, just we'll click on the legal professional. How it is going to help the legal professionals? I hope my screen is visible to you. You can read it on your screen. Okay, see, co-counsel legal, AI lawyer swear by. And so you can see that strategize and advise, do legal research, draft documents, integrate your workspace, analyze the documents. And why we have to trust? Because this is the trusted result that they are going to produce. And so what's new is an agentic workflows, deep research, and library. Okay, so see, all these things that is possible with the help of the artificial intelligence. Okay, so just talking about the artificial intelligence shall not be the work of the lawyer. We shall have understanding of what are the tools and in what way we are going to use these tools, because ultimately no, the practical orientation is important. And so this is the reason why with the help of these elements you can have the case preparation, the strategies. Okay, moving to the next part, and there's the client meetings and the notes. Okay, now again, the traditional problem is in forgetting the details. Okay, so just in the previous slide we've talked about the things. Okay, and so forgetting the details, the messy notes. Okay, because no, we usually take any kind of an cheap white paper and we just start writing on it. Okay, and so when you have multiple such kind of papers, it is we may call it as a messy notes. And so for having a better professionalism, we shall use this artificial intelligence. So we have it transcribes the meetings, it summarizes the discussion, it extracts the action points also. So from that perspective, the client meetings and notes is possible with the help of the AI. Now you can see there are various platforms. Microsoft Copilot Notes we already have seen. Notion AI we already have seen. There is one more, Otter AI. Okay, now when we talk about this, you can see on the screen is about the Otter AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, and you can just see some of the universities and the top brands which are using this Otter AI. You can see Harvard University. Okay, so it is just not like artificial intelligence shall not be used by educational institutions or something like that. Okay, so Harvard University is using this particular artificial intelligence for its better upgradation of the things. Okay, and so you can see that what things that this particular Otter AI is going to do that. Okay, so you can see that it's sales note taker, education note taker, media note taker, SDR, recruiting agent. Okay, so sales note taker. So automate the follows, captures the meeting notes, and drives it. Okay, so what exactly it is going to do, you can see it on the screen. Okay, so it is again the trusted by various top leading companies and educational institutions, and it is going to have the integration, because integration nowadays is important. So it is having integration with Google Docs, Google Meet, and the rest of the elements as well. Okay, so from this we are going to understand the use of the artificial intelligence in context with the client meeting and the notes. Okay, then the next comes is in code preparation. So what is code preparation? So preparation of the list of the citations and structuring it out, because we have to have the oral representation before the courts. And so to have this, to have the solutions on these traditional problems, we have artificial intelligence. where we convert the notes into oral arguments. We have we can prepare the case briefs, and we can also have the generation of the question list. What are the probable questions that the court may ask on your case or on your brief? And so this is the reason why AI is going to help you from that element. So that's why convert these. You can see it, one of the command on the screen. Convert these notes into 5-minute oral submission. Okay, so what is that? So again, you have the whole notes. Consider it's of 1,000 pages. You have come up with the notes, and you have to summarize it in 5 minutes. Is it possible humanly? May not be. And so I've used the word may. And so if you have no much time in your hand, you can just put this, convert these notes into 5 minutes oral submissions. So we have ChatGPT again as one of your favorite tool. But apart from that, we also have one more tool, that is the tool named as a brief catch. Okay. Now, what is this brief catch? Now, if you can see on the on screen, I have just put brief catch on the Google, and you can see there's a very first element that comes on the screen as brief catch, legal artificial intelligence software for clearer legal writing. And you can just read out a statement. It enhances the legal writing. The AI powered legal software trusted by just not the lawyers, but the judges to edit, refine, and elevate every document you write. Okay, so it may be a judgment if you are a judge. It may be the application if you are a lawyer. If research paper, if you are a student, whatever it may be, you can have it with the help of this brief catch legal AI software. Now, if you just open it, you can see, you can try it for the free. And no, you can see there's a video going on. Okay. And so on video, you can see that document scores. Then you can see in the United States District Court, the plaintiff in the motion, and then the citations you can see. Now see, the video tells you everything, that how this briefcatch.com is going to help you. This is again an outcome of the artificial intelligence. Okay, so it is better in the writing, stronger, firm, and the immediate ROIs as well. Okay, so it is going to help you from that point as well. Okay, now coming down to the legal communication. Okay, now see, again the same traditional problem is a poor professional emails and notices drafting errors. Okay, and so we know that if we are having errors in the notice, then probably because the notice is in first instance. Okay, if your first impression is not good, then probably you may lose your impression till the last impression. Okay, and so this is the reason why artificial intelligence are going to help you for professional tone, the quick drafting, and language simplification. In all three contexts, the legal communication is going to help you. So basically, what things you can done with the help of artificial intelligence? You can have the client emails, you can have the legal notices, and you can also have the opinion letters. So these three elements, you can have it as a part of legal communication with the help of the AI tools. So again, Grammarly is one of the AI tool which is mainly used by a number of people to check the grammars, to have a better use of the better use of the words. So basically, we usually call it as an vocabulary shall be better. Standard words must be used, and so it is possible with the help of the Grammarly. Okay, so this is regarding the legal communication. So when it comes to the learning law faster, the AI is going to help you. Like for example, there's a huge judgments and the low retention, as we already have talked about this problem. And so to have a simplification of the cases, having the flow charts or having the quizzes, it is easy with the help of various AI tools. Like we have an Quizlet AI is one of the tool, and ChatGPT is no doubt. You can see on the screen that I have put a command, explain Dongo versus Stevenson like I am a first year law student. Okay. Now, if I put this particular element on, or this command on the artificial intelligence, probably you're going to know, you're going to get the results like they're going to use it probably a language which is more understandable without using the jargon words. They're probably going to explain the things. Okay. And so this is going to help the law student to know the things in a better way, because understanding is first important step, and then you can have the deeper knowledge. Okay. And to have an understanding. So that's why usually in the class, probably the law professors are here, they might be knowing that usually students ask that, sir, shall we use the notes? Okay. XYZ notes or yellow notes, pink notes, whatever the notes they have. Okay. And so I usually have the answer that you should rather use those notes as a primary reading material, because probably more no understandable language you can find it into these notes. Okay. But we shall not stop after reading out the notes. Now you have to start reading the textbooks, which is a more larger version of the notes. Okay. And after your textbooks, after reading of the textbooks, you have to go for the reference books. Okay. Because reference books is a more clear, deeper understanding of the things. And so you have to follow this flow chart to have more understanding of that particular context. And so from that angle, you have to give the commands as well, like it's in robot, as I already told you. And so that's why here, if I say that explain Dongo versus Stevenson, like I am a first year law student, you can put your case into the artificial intelligence, and you can see that I have to explain this to illiterate client. Now, again, if I say so that illiterate client is there, and I have to make him understand that what exactly I'm going to do, then probably artificial intelligence is going to help you to have such kind of a simplified version of the content. Okay. Now, moving to the ethics and limitations. Okay. So we are coming to the conclusion. So Mata versus Avianca, you might have heard about this case that the lawyer cited the fake artificial intelligence cases, and that's why the court imposed the sanctions. Okay. Some judges, they have come up with an artificial intelligence generated judgments, and they've been punished accordingly. So though we have our artificial intelligence, but why we are saying that artificial intelligence is not going to replace the lawyers is because lawyers are the human beings. So they have the capacity to think. Okay. And so artificial intelligence assists, but never replaces the verification. Okay. So whatever you're going to generate out of this artificial intelligence, never file AI draft without review. Okay. And why it is so is because it is command and output based. It is program based. It is not that his memory or his understanding, his applicability, he's going to put into the case. Okay. So this is the reason why I have put first draft word. Okay. I have referred that first draft word, and I said that I'll discuss it in a later stage. And why it is so? Because only the first draft you shall prepare with the help of the artificial intelligence. You cannot make it as a final thing, because you need to have the review of everything. You have to read it, and then accordingly, मराठीत त्याला आपण सत्सद विवेक बुद्धी असं म्हणतो. रोबोट्सला सत्सद विवेक बुद्धी नसते, माणसांना असते. And so that's why this is the reason we say that artificial intelligence is not going to replace the lawyers. And so if AI gives wrong advice, who is liable? Lawyer or a machine? So again, this is the question that rests. Okay. Then one more important thing is in bias. Okay. So as you have discussed thoroughly about the bias, so I'm not going to touch it in more context, because algorithm isn't trained on the biased data. So it leads to discriminatory results as well. Okay. Confidentiality, because if you're putting the things on the artificial intelligence, then probably you're putting the client's data on it. And so that's why it may lead to breach of risk if been misused by any third party. Hallucination also, you have talked about it. AI invents the fake cases, and so that's why you shall not be the victim of AI. So this is the reason why probably today we have this particular webinar, because you shall not be the victim, but you shall be the person who is using smartly these AI tools to nullify the traditional obstacles that what we have. Okay. Now coming down to the last part for the discussion, if you have the comparison of the global practices, you will come to know that most of the nations now, they have come up with an artificial intelligence integration. Okay. Now one is in China, as an internet courts they have coming up. Online dispute resolution can be done with the help of artificial intelligence. AI judges for small claims. Now see why the small claims? Because again, if AI judges fail to comply the things, then probably it shall not have the grievous impact. Okay. So as a starting point, we can come up with these AI judges for the small claims. In Estonia, e-governance proposed AI for the small claims, which are lower than 7,000 EUs. In such context, we can have this AI of the small claims. In the European Union also, AI Act, risk-based regulations are under discussion, and some of them been drafted already. High-risk system strictly regulated. So that's why we used to say that when it comes to cryptocurrency, the program is of such nature that one cannot intervene into the whole programming, because it's an end-to-end encryption. And so this is the reason why this high-risk systems are required when we have strict regulations on such kind of systems. In the United States also, legal analytics, predictive judgments, they use it as a part of an artificial intelligence. Contract automation is also possible with the help of the this artificial intelligence. Okay. Now on the screen, you can see there are the commands. Okay, as I already told you, no doubt AI tools are there, but the commands are, again, as per the commands, it is going to work out. Okay, and so the commands are important. So like, for example, if I'm going to give the command, summarize the Supreme Court judgment in Justice Case Puttaswamy versus Union of India 2017, explain facts, issues, holding, ratio decidendi, importance in 200 words. So how it is going to produce the content? It is going to produce the content according to the command that we have given. Or for example, I told you about the application, and I have written draft a simple bail application under BNSS, because you have to give under what law we have to draft it. First time offender, accused of minor theft, you have to put a value. In custody for 10 days, permanent resident, no criminal history. And so format it like a real court pleading. So probably you will get the first draft, and then you are going to review the draft, because it is AI generated draft, and you shall review it. Okay. Then you can see from the above summary. So you put the summary on the AI, and you are going to put extract only the ratio decidendi in bullet points. Do not include facts or obiter dicta. So accordingly, you are going to get only the ratio decidendi, which is having a binding force. Then you have draft a legal notice for refund of 50,000 paid for a defective laptop. And that shall include facts. You have to give the facts, legal grounds. You going to use the Consumer Protection Act, demand that you are going to have the 50,000 to be paid as a refund, 15 days deadline, because the notice period must have the deadline, and formal advocate tone. So basically, now as this is notices by the advocate, accordingly he is going to manage that particular element. Then if you want to have a comparison, compare Article 14 and 21 jurisprudence of the Supreme Court of India and provide differences in the table with the leading cases for it. So at a glance, we will come to know that what is the differences and how the Supreme Court treated 14, how Supreme Court treated 21. Or explain this indemnity clause in very simple language for a client with no legal background. And you're going to paste the clause, and then you're going to say that also tell me the risks for the client. So basically, by this command, you may get the results that what you probably wanted to have from AI. Or create a clear timeline from these events and arrange it chronologically. So you are going to paste random facts, and the artificial intelligence is going to use those random facts and going to have the clear timeline. Or prepare a case brief of a judgment, including facts, issues, arguments, judgment, ratio, or one-line takeaway. Accordingly, you will get it by the AI. Explain the above case to the client in plain English without legal jargons in 5 short paragraphs. So again, you know that the client, there are different, the client has different backgrounds. So some clients are more clever. Accordingly, you can ask AI to generate the data. Sometimes the clients are illiterate. Accordingly, you can you can put it in the elements in the AI, and accordingly you will get the data. Or you can see I have written, convert these written submissions into 3-minute oral argument script suitable for court presentation. Make it persuasive and structured. So by that way, you can get the data. Give me 5 Supreme Court of India cases from 2024 on cryptocurrency regulations with citations. Create 10 multiple choice questions with answers from topic, doctrine of basic structure. So basically, with the help of these commands, you may get the expected results. Coming down to the last slide for the session, some of the insights. Now see, I put the Supreme Court of India as well on the slide. So you can see that the Suhas translation tool, which is used by the Supreme Court. or e-course digitization. Okay. Now, our university has come up with a Marathi translation of the question paper. So students who opt to write the papers in Marathi shall get Marathi question paper. And so it is a duty of Marathi translated copy of the question paper. Now we know, as a professor, as teaching the law in English, the content is in English. Whatever our standard of Marathi is higher, but it will very difficult to have it converted to convert the law question paper to Marathi law question paper. Okay, and so that's why we usually have a Google Translator. But again, as we know that the Ministry of Government of India has come up with various tools. There is some tool by the ministry is a Chutki. So it's like you have to put the data in language. They are going to identify the language. The artificial intelligence is going to identify the language and going to convert that data in whatever the language in which we want to have that question paper. Okay, so this is how even the government is also using the artificial intelligence and its integration with number of other tools. Then we also have an e-course digitalization. Now you must be knowing that everything is now online. You have to file the things only through an online mode, and no paperwork is preferred nowadays by the courts as well. Okay, so as a law student who will be the fresh lawyers or who will be the AI-powered lawyers as per the session, have to remember three things: replace, reduce, and retain. What you have to replace? The repetitive task. That's why I've said that this is something where these artificial intelligence tools are going to help you. You shall not be the victim, but you shall know how to use these AI tools. Secondly, reduce time and cost, because it is going to help you out in various obstacles. Okay. And third way is retain. So human judgment, you have to retain. You may have the draft or the elements to be come out of the AI tool. Ultimately, you shall be the one who is going to review it and accordingly going to do the needful. Okay. So that's why, again, the same line, AI will not take your job at all. But a lawyer who uses the artificial intelligence will definitely going to take your job. And so that's why integration, understanding of AI is important. So that's why technology changes tools and not values. So that's why we are the human beings. Okay, why we call the law as a social science? As a simple reason, you probably have studied in jurisprudence. Okay, why law is a science? Because we have certain principles, rules, regulations. And why it is a social science? Because in pure science, you have 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, and it's an H2O. No intervention of a human intellect. Okay, so it is the principle established already. You just have to put elements into principles, you get the results. Why law is a social science? Because you cannot keep you aside and make the principles. Okay, you always become the part of experiments that happens in the society. So that's why it's something where we call it a social science. And so that's why the science is not going to replace the social science, because social science is totally different thing. And science, like this is a computer science, artificial intelligence is definitely a science. Now, no doubt, this is my personal opinion on the basis of whatever that I've done, on the basis of the postdoc that I've done on artificial intelligence and the biasness in the governance. Whatever things I know, it's my personal opinion that definitely it is not going to replace any of the human beings. As more specifically, the law is the field, legal field. It is nowhere we may have the replacement of artificial intelligence by lawyers. Lawyers shall not be replaced by artificial intelligence. So technology changes the tools and not the values. So justice still requires conscience, it still requires empathy, it still requires ethics. A simple reason, like for example, those who practice in the court, if you just go and if the court says that, okay, this is limitation act is applicable and you have filed this petition beyond the limitation, then what are you going to do? If the judge is artificial intelligence, is going to say rejected. If the judge is not artificial intelligent judge and if he is a human being, he is going to listen that why you are late in coming to the court with this application, then going to keep that element as an exemption to the Limitation Act and going to decide the case, right? And so this is the reason why empathy and the ethics are the qualities of the human beings, and no machine has these qualities. Okay. And lastly, AI does the mechanical work. Okay. Lawyers must do the intellectual and ethical works. So this is the reason why I think objective might have we might have this kind of a webinar, that no, the lawyers must take into consideration, we are not under the fear of artificial intelligence. We shall not be under the fear of artificial intelligence. We shall be doing the intellectual and ethical works, and so we are going to just use the machines to help us. It's like simple element that what we have is a washing machine at your house. Okay, so you're just going to put your dirty clothes in the washing machine and just going to press start. So for the next 1 hour, that machine can do the work of cleaning your clothes. Meanwhile, you can utilize that 1 hour for good purpose. Right? Getting the point? And so this is the reason why artificial intelligence, AI powered lawyers are important, and we shall not be the puppet in the hands of AI. AI shall be our puppet, right? So with this, thank you for inviting me to this webinar. I'm thankful for Gajanan sir for thinking of my name for giving this session in this webinar. Thank you to the principal and the management committee, and many thanks to all the participants who have patiently listened to this session. Hope it was hope it is going to give some fruitful elements to your legal profession or your journey as law student to the lawyers and rather AI powered lawyers. So thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you may ask.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and comprehensive presentation. Now, we open the floor for the second interactive question and answer session. If you want to ask any question, you may. Any question?
Rather than asking question, it may be in order to this program, but being a friend of Dr. Ubale sir, what I know Mr. Ubale, I get more AI intellectual Ubale sir. So thank you for that. I just cannot imagine that how much AI is working for the legal field. And on behalf of entire legal community present over here, I am very much thankful that you know lot of things and share that valuable things with us. So definitely I will ask my personal question when we meet personally, sir. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, anyone, if want to ask any question, you can ask.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now I request chairperson of this session second, Professor Dr. N.D. Chaudhary, sir, principal of Bhaiya Saheb Bate Singh Raghuvanshi College of Law, Nandurbar, to kindly deliver his concluding remarks of this session. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are clearly audible.
Honorable.
Okay, just sir, before that,
Yes, sir, please.
On the screen. Yeah.
Sir, you are not audible clearly.
Okay, sir. Low bandwidth. Okay.
May I proceed, Dr. Bhairam, sir?
Just a minute. I think sir is trying in come in proper network. Yes, sir.
Yes, continue, Chaudhary sir, continue. It was because of low bandwidth.
Sure, sure.
Please.
We are very much thankful to Professor Saurabh Ubale sir, who is an expert in international law, and today we know that how much importance AI is having in our field also. He rightly started with the statement that lawyers should be skillful, and considering the present era, he must have a skill of the artificial intelligence also. And how much the artificial intelligence is there importance, he also stated that the lawyers who are using the AI, they will replace those lawyers who don't use it. So this is very important statement, sir, because that is the practical reality. He started his guidance with what is AI actually. He defined it. He also cited several examples of artificial intelligence. Then he highlighted what is AI and legal analogy. While describing the importance of the legal research, the drafting, pleading, the contract reviews, the case preparation, he rightfully first sought out what are the traditional problems we people are facing if we follow the traditional systems, and what are the possible AI help we can get from, and from where we can get. He also explained all the tools which can use for the research, maybe for the contract making or case preparation. He also narrated the things relating to how we have to prepare when we are going to the court. Then what are the importance of the legal communication, how we can improve legal communication by using these AI. He also highlighted on the ethics and limitations, what we have to follow while using this artificial intelligence. And while concluding, he referred about the global practices which are followed. And while he was citing the example of China, that China is nowadays using AI judges for the small causes. So that is really very means we can say that progressive thing that that country has adopted. Soon India may also move forward in that direction also. So I'm very much thankful, sir. This was really a very good topic for our law students and all these those who joined today. I'm thankful to the chairman of this trust, Dada Saheb Nile, sir. He also talked on this topic for 15 minutes. So this was really surprising that even the chairman is so much interested in this topic, and that is why I congratulate Dr. Bairam sir and the coordinator Dr. Mekarkar sir for selecting very proper and very burning important topic. And since 10:30 I joined this session today, and I was listening this webinar today thoroughly. I am also thankful to Dr. Indrajit Dubey, because he was our senior in Pune University. So it was he went me back for 30 years, memorize our days of Pune University. So thank you, Dr. Saurabh sir, and I hope that you will enlighten on this topic in other colleges also, including my college. So it's very important thing. So I'm thankful to the chairman, the principal, and the coordinator of this webinar, who provide me an opportunity to share the dais on this important topic, and provide me an opportunity to chair the session today. Thank you. Over to Mekarkar sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Please continue. Yes, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, sir. To conclude today's national webinar, I now invite Dr. Sajida Sheikh ma'am to present the summary and final vote of thanks. Ma'am, over to you.
मॅडम आहे का? परत गेला तुम्ही? गेला परत? Just a minute.
Thank you. It was really an intellectual feast today. Though we are about to celebrate this whole sessions of intellectual deliberations, today's, I believe, was a great start right from Dr. Dubey and now Dr. Ubare. You are such a young, dynamic, and your presentation was so good. Like, we do use Chat GPT and all this for our work, but then you are so deep into that, just like we are the swimmers in the pond and you are the swimmer of the sea. So thank you for taking us and our students around so many things. I believe that they will just not only write an answer to the question, but I think now they will really go into swimming into the sea, catch some beautiful pearls and bring them, and they will really take interest in doing the research. So at the outset, I congratulate you and thank you for being with us. We are looking forward to invite you physically before our students so that there will be a good interaction between you and our student. I now thank our principal, Dr. N.D. Chaudhary sir, who gave his time, like, first person when we clicked among the few 8, 9, 10, he was there. And just like a good friend, he always keeps a promise towards us. So thank you, Chaudhary sir, for that insightful chairmanship you did and the overall conclusion remarks you made. That will be really good and helpful to us as well as our students. I also thank Dr. Bairam sir and our chairman. He is actually, Dada Sahib is so techno savvy that when we sit near him, we think who is young like he or us. So thank you very much, Priyanka. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we come to the end of today's national webinar. On behalf of the organizing committee, I sincerely thank all the dignitaries, speakers, chairpersons, coordinators, and participants for making this event a grand success. Thank you all for your valuable presence and participation. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bairam sir, we have to thank Priyanka also for very nice comparing today.
Yeah. She has nicely arranged the program. She has nicely coordinated all the persons. Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, Dr. Chaudhary, sir. And congratulations, Priyanka. This is the reward to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Once again, on behalf of our institution and our college, and especially thanks to Dr. Saurabh Ubale, who accepted our invitation on mere message. We never talk till we finalize the topic. So once again, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, Mekarka sir, ask Dabade sir to stop recording. So
Yes.
we can speak very frankly.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
Okay,
you.
Dr. Ubale sir, your presentation was so nice. We have learned many things from you also.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. You are welcome again.
Now, Ubale sir, you start 1 month's course how to learn